This video is how to take apart the window motor of a Mazda CX-7 and replace the stripped gear that is inside here that is making that terrible grinding noise inside your door every time you try to roll your window up. It's not really that hard. Just got to be careful because you can crack the case. I already tried earlier and I did crack my case a little bit right here. So we had to come at it at a little different angle. Didn't ruin anything, hasn't damaged anything. I just had to come at it from this different angle over here, which is right by your power plug. And do not try and pry on these ears here. There's one there, where the bolts go through. Do not pry on these because these will snap off. Voice of previous experience. I've done it. I've tried to pry here. They snap right off. So just over here where your power plug is, there's a line that goes across here and then it jogs down. It goes across, back up and over. So we're going to pry right here in that flat portion right here. So we're just going to put that up against any kind of a solid block you can put on your wood bench or in a vise. Whatever you can do to get this motor held solidly. Even if you want to maybe just take some bolts or some screws and stick down through here, through your 2 bolt holes or your 3 bolt holes, and just make sure that they're kind of loose. You can put 3 of them in there if you want to. 1, 2, and 3. And just leave them kind of loose. Just leave them, maybe half an inch up or so. Anyway, then just take like a wood chisel. Okay? Just a standard wood chisel. And just put it in that slot right there. And you're going to use your hammer. And just crack it apart. They come apart fairly easy. They're not that hard. They're really not. Once you get it apart, I say that after I cracked mine on the back side, right? Voice of experience. Alright. Just use your prying tool. Get it apart the rest of the way. Take the motor off and just set it over there. Now you can get to your insides, okay? This is what's happened. Your gears in here have stripped off. So every time it comes around to that point, you're going to get that grinding. And it's going to stop right there. Once it gets any pressure on it, you're done. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to make that terrible noise in there. Alright, sometimes it catches, but it's already broke off over here too. So once it gets to that point, you're done. So that's the only thing we're going to replace. So I've already ordered my new part. I always buy extra of these guys because, why not? I have 2 more of these in my closet. Because when these things go, you might as well have one in stock to replace it. It just takes a few minutes to replace them. When you do take these apart, everything's going to come out. That's going to come out. That's going to come out. This is the main part that's going to come out. And then there's another piece, this right here. This is what I'm looking for. This can stay in place. This can stay in place, but you can also take it out and just look for any broken pieces of plastic, remaining pieces of plastic that's in there, and just clean all that up. That's your worm drive from your motor. I don't know if you can see that. There's a tiny little worm drive that comes off this motor. That's what spins this drive right here. this gear has little divots in the top. The other side, let me just show you. Take that back out again. The other side is completely flat. I can get it in the camera here. Completely flat. This is the side that you want to have up. The side with the grooves in it. This side, the tiny side, goes down and spins until it locks in there. Now this side has teeth that stick up, and those teeth are going to merge into the holes right there. Now those are locked together like that. You have your new piece. This side is going to go up, and that's going to go on your other piece of your motor. That's going to go on this piece of the motor. Then you've got this piece. This rubber has to go in here. That just fits together like that. Now you're ready to put it back together. But before I do, I'm just going to use some of this. My camera's a little bit too close here. It's just dry lube with Teflon. You can use any kind of dry lubricant that you want to, just to put something on those gears in there. Then you just snap it back together. And it goes together pretty easily as long as everything is lined up. If everything's not lined up, well, there's more problems. So I'm trying to do this on camera as much as I can here. And it looks like I think I got everything lined up there. And there we go. Snap it back together. And ready to put it back in. Put the electrical connector back on it over here, if I could see where my finger was going. Install it in the door, put the door panel back on, and we're done. Alright, I hope that helps.